All right, ladies. I thought that this topic is it's just on my mind and I want to talk about it. So let's do that, shall we? Come on, come on. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm back with another topic. I wanted to do some commentary on the Roscoe Beco train. Um, the Florida sheriff that held the press conference of these three nakers that killed these other three teens killing three teens, three blacks killing three whites. And I just got all excited and happy when I saw the press conference because I was like, yes, they're saying things that we know is true. We know it's true. And I've alluded to this before, but no one gives a fuck about your Thunz, and no one gives a damn if they're young, if they're committing crimes. They have to do the motherfucking time. That's what I said. And finally, somebody's ignoring white guilt to deal with these murderers and these killers, these wanksters, and these motherfucking stanksters. So I'm gonna pull that up and watch that because that's very important. I want black women to realize a few things about this because I gotta talk to you, black woman, today. All right, I do. I gotta talk to you today. So yeah, these these little baby beasts aren't having any mercy out here. And I gotta get. I always have to get on the damn screen where I can see y'all. What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing in the chat room? Let me get where I can see y'all of my commenters as well. There we go. There we go. We got the damn thing now. I got you now. All right. So this is kind of crazy, but I need for us to check this out, and I want to give you some commentary as as only I like to do. Been talking to black women about these Thunz for a while, and this shit is about to be, it's about to be lit for these little motherfuckers. Okay, let's go. Let's get on the same screen. All right, make sure y'all can see everything he said. I held on to every word that this man said. I've watched these press conferences before. I forgot what's his name, y'all. This is just the Sheriff of Marion. Shit, I'm called Sheriff Marion of the whole damn county city. Well, first off, you don't know the story, then I'm assuming, because y'all know how it's just so much crime that I take for granted that y'all know all of these stories. But let's just say this. This is what happened right here. This is what happened, because there's so much crime. Somebody might not know about the story. This is the story. Well, that story that video just shows you that they caught one of the little nappy-headed niggas. But let me go back over here.
On for that third young suspect in the murders of 3 teens, still on the run. Deputies warned this guy right here, 62-year-old Taj Bruton, should be considered armed and dangerous. Still on the run hours after deputies showed us the young faces of their other 2 suspects. The youngest, 12-year-old Christopher Atkins, accused of shooting and killing at least one of the teens. The oldest suspect, a 17-year-old Robert Robinson. Now, the young victims were found over a span of 3 days last week near Ocklawaha. But tonight, the sheriff says they were all shot at the same time. The victims last attended Lake Weir High School, but they hadn't been there for weeks or in some cases months. News 6's Treasure Roberts is there.
1, 2, 3 flowers have been placed right in front of Lake Weir High School. It's the start of a small memorial honoring the 3 teens killed. Deputies captured 2 suspects, but they're still looking for a third. 16-year-old Taj Bruton is still on the loose. They say he should be considered armed and dangerous. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is 1 step away from closing a triple homicide case involving Lake Weir High School students.
Look at that little bony, barely out of puberty. These little niggas, y'all. They look like they're from third world countries.
County Sheriff's Office is 1 step away from closing a triple homicide case involving Lake Weir High School students.
This one was so ugly, I just got mad looking at him. I mean, he's so ugly, he makes you mad. Look how he just, they caught me and I'm ugly and I'm dangerous. How do they get to walk around looking this ugly? That should be illegal before they even do the goddamn crime. It's illegal to walk around being this ugly. Why don't I said the title of the videos, they're finally figuring your Thunz out, but they not figuring it out the way that I'm figuring it out. I figure if you this ugly, you should get locked up first. That's just the first law right there. You done broke the law, nigga. Ugly, matted, nappy. And you know nappy really, like in England, they call nappy like shit. Like the baby diapers, you know, change the nappy. Well, his head is nappy. There's no way to make that cool. I can't even listen to the Fugees and make that cool. Y'all, somebody understood what I was talking about. Yo, Mona Lisa, can I get a date on Friday? And you know the lyrics, whatever. But look, this is, damn, this nigga's ugly. The fuck?
16-year-old Robert Robinson and 12-year-old Christopher Atkins.
Oh, they some ugly niggas. No wonder they want to take everybody out, because they so fucking ugly. Damn. Ew, man. Y'all, look. And you don't think that being child free is better than fucking with these ugly little motherfuckers? You're gonna be ugly and dangerous. Like, nigga, pick your poison. You can't be. America's fucking up. But I got some hope that they're gonna figure out. These niggas are mad because they're angry, because they're ugly. They're angry and they're ugly. I'm offended by that. It's like they're telling on themselves. They didn't have to go through a lot to get this ugly, just showing up. And that one on the right, he knows he's disgusting. I don't know, he just looks like somebody just stepped on a peanut and just started sliding it with their foot on the concrete. He's just nasty. I can't take it.
In the shooting deaths of 3 teens, both facing murder charges. The third suspect, 16-year-old Taj Bruton, is still on the loose.
I will get him. I will find him.
Another ugly. Damn, where's my damn raid at? You gotta keep the Orchid Man on speed dial walking around these motherfucking cities. You got to be ready to exterminate these ugly motherfuckers. I don't give a damn. Just looking at them pisses me off. Y'all think I'm playing? This pisses me off that they're so fucking ugly. And then you got the nerve to be dangerous. But that's okay though. These little Becky's gonna learn. They're gonna learn like some of y'all black women had to learn.
And justice will be completed.
16-year-old Layla Silvernail was found shot and lying in the road Thursday, March 30th, near the Forest Lakes Park area. She died at the hospital. A 17-year-old boy was found dead in a different location the next morning. And investigators found the third victim Saturday, shot in the trunk of Silvernail's car, partially submerged in water. Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods says based on witness statements, they were all shot at the same time.
Me being as like a mom, I don't know how I would react if that was like my kids, you know, that it happened to. I don't know, my heart just goes out to the families.
In these documents, Robinson told investigators he allegedly shot one of the victims because she was going to, quote, snitch on us all. Sheriff Woods says this group of juveniles were involved in committing robbery.
Oh, so they were fucking with little baby Karens and they thought it was appropriate to try to kill them. Okay, let's hear that part again.
It happened to. I don't know, my heart just goes out to the families.
In these documents, Robinson told investigators he allegedly shot one of the victims because she was going to, quote, snitch on us all. Sheriff Woods says this group of juveniles were involved in committing robberies and burglaries and were associated with a gang.
We have nothing specific to say that it was any rivalry.
The sheriff says it's time to hold juveniles accountable.
They took a life without thought.
A $10,000 reward is on the table for information leading to an arrest. If you know something, the Marion County Sheriff's Office urges you to call the crime line. In Marion County, Treasure Roberts getting results, News 6.
Okay. That's what's up. I mean, you know. Okay, now they have caught the third one, but I still want to play the conference. Because I really enjoyed that. I think I watched it 2 times, so this will be my 3rd time watching it. Let's see why Mad watched this 2 times. With everything that's on the internet to watch. What was so compelling? What was said that was so compelling by Sheriff? This man of God, who's only seeking justice, even if it's against those young little punks. All right, let's see why. Everybody want to fuss about what he said. Let's see why. I chose this one because it had this louder volume. So it's not the close-up one, but the volume is louder.
First of all, I appreciate everybody being here. We're here for two reasons. Because of a very extremely tragic incident that has occurred. But on the other side of the coin a conclusion to that tragedy. As all of you are well aware, last Thursday, March 30th, we received a call near Forest Lakes Park, where our first victim, Layla Silvernail, was located suffering from a gunshot wound. She would later succumb to her injuries. The following morning, we responded to a location about a half a mile away and located a second victim deceased on the side of the road from an apparent gunshot wound. Then on Saturday, April 1st, my deputies located Layla's car abandoned and partially submerged in a pond about 9 miles from the location where she was found. My investigators located.
The only problem with this is I think I did choose the one that doesn't have the loudest volume. Yeah. Can y'all hear this okay? There's one that's louder, and I'll be looking for it.
Third victim inside of the car. And I'll go ahead and tell you, because you've been asking me for specific details. She was located in the trunk. Now, I want to clear up before we get into those details, based on the interviews, digital evidence from her phone, she was there of her own free will. Now, I'm going to start off by thanking all of the entities. If there's ever a true example of law enforcement, communities coming together, and a almost perfect collaboration to come to a conclusion in a week on a triple homicide.
People ask me all the time.
God damn, I hate these fucking commercials. Okay, hold on. I think I just switched it to the louder one. Let's go to the.
Amazing.
Okay.
Those entities include
Yeah,
the
this one's louder.
FBI, FDLE, U.S. Marshal's Office, and in my opinion, probably the best state attorney in the state of Florida for the 5th Judicial Circuit, Bill Gladson's assistant state attorneys. OPD, my deputies, detectives, forensic professionals, and our citizens, who are truly amazing. Now, this one's going to come a shock to you. That includes you, the media. You helped us of getting information. My emotions right now are all over the place because I am so proud of my guys and girls.
Me too, sir. Me too.
I didn't do a damn thing, but they stepped up to the plate. And yes, you put information out there, and I'll admit this, you wore my ass out of interviews, you hounded me, but don't ever think I didn't use you as well to get the information I needed. Now, the investigators were able to determine that this group of juveniles were involved in committing burglaries and robberies, which they were referred to as a lick. Now, although we had out there that was gang related, we have nothing specific to say that it was any rivalry or anything to such that cause. But however, each and every one of them, in some shape or form, is associated with a gang. Basically, simple terms, there is no honor among thieves.
That's right,
And
sir.
at some point, these 3 individuals turned on our 3 victims and murdered them. 2 of them right there. They fled the scenes but left a lot of evidence in their wake. Through the cooperation of the agencies that I previously mentioned and my office, we were able to begin compiling all of the evidence and finding these killers. Now, we were shocked and saddened by the violence, as all of my citizens, because we are shocked not only are the victims juveniles, but the murderers are juveniles as well. I know each of you in the media here and viewers out there probably heard us in law enforcement or even in community events.
Let that sink in, black woman. Audience. Subscribers. The murderers are juveniles.
Talk about what is the problem. And I'm going to go ahead and address the first thing that I know it's going to come up. Because there are individuals out there viewing, and to include some of you media, that want to blame the one thing that has no ability or the capacity to commit the crime itself. And that's the gun. These individuals committed the crime.
I need a praise break on that right there. Oh! Stop saying it's the damn guns. It's the crazy ass motherfuckers who use the guns, kill innocent people. That's the problem, killing innocent people. People aren't using these guns out of self-defense. It's too many cowards in America for me now. Y'all know what? It's too many cowards in this land. The true heroes are having to bite their tongue, bite their lip. They can't say anything. They're being repressed. They're being silenced. But I stand for real men today. I'm not with all of these cowards who keep turning on people, using guns inappropriately, illegally, just erroneously. I'm sick of them. All of these losers, and this cop hits right on, he hits it right on the nail. Right on the fucking nail. Why even bother? Y'all, this is a very important press conference. Y'all, I need to make my commentary because this was something that just, I hope it catches on. I hope what is happening in this moment catches on. There's so much crime in this country, but I hope that what this sheriff says catches on. I really do. I really do. That's why I really want to focus on.
Now, what's the solution? I wish I could give you that answer, because this world would be a whole lot better.
And I love when he said that, because what he's really saying is, I know what the answer is, and I wish I could give it to you, because I know what it's going to take to make this world a better place. And if what I really know was implemented, the world would be a better place. He knows what he wants to say. He just can't say it. I feel you, bro.
But the fact is, society fails it.
Mm-hmm.
We do not hold our juveniles accountable. We minimize their actions. And let me tell you why I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, I had to stare into the eyes of two mothers.
And he said it right. This is one of the most critical parts. We need to hold these juveniles accountable. Stop saying it's just some young teenager. And I've said this before on a live stream, somewhere in hundreds of videos. I told you, I don't give a damn if they're young. I don't give a fuck if they're teenagers. You know what I told y'all on a live before? As soon as they finish high school, kick them out. But I also told you that if they don't do right, kick them out. But you have to even know what the fuck they're doing. And this cop is tapping into something that's very important for black mothers, black women, black girls, people. People in society need to key into this. Stop kissing these damn demonic ass juvenile. Stop kissing their ass. Sick of them.
It's not their fault. Because what I saw
See, and he said he talked to two mothers. I'm going to play this part back again. He talked to two mothers. He had to look them in the eye. And they don't know what's going on. That's, there's a lot of parenting styles, right? And I don't have children, but look it up if you want to make sure. Check my rap sheet. Google parenting styles. Okay? Because the reality is a lot of mothers raise these Thunz with hands off. Whatever that parenting style is called. Then you got these helicopter moms that everything the child does, that she's right up on it. If she could, she'd go to school for him. So, but he's really not going into all of that, but he's calling out the fact that these mothers don't know who their children are hanging out with. And I was telling somebody a few days ago that a mother could be doing everything she could for her child, for her son. But, God damn it, that's only a small fraction of raising these assholes. All of this sacrifice these mothers make for these sons, it's a huge sacrifice for a small influence. You might have fucking 20% influence, because by the time that little nigga walk out the door, he's 80% belongs to the streets, even if he's from the suburbs. He's 80% of him belongs to his friends. And a lot of mothers don't understand that. It's nothing. It's just, and that's why the black woman keeps getting caught off guard. He's not going to go into all of that, but he's peeping the shit, and he's absolving the mothers of any wrongdoing because he sees that they don't know. Let's play this part back so we can go through it straight.
last night, we do not hold our juveniles accountable. We minimize their actions. And let me tell you why I say this. Last night, I had to stare into the eyes of two mothers. It's not their fault. Because what I saw last night was two mothers who are willing to give their sons everything, do everything for them, and give them their own lives.
See? And before y'all say it, it's not that they're wrong for doing that. Because y'all know that these niggas do this whether they were from the boogie down Bronx, like Compton. It doesn't matter if they're from the south side of Chicago. It doesn't matter where they're from. Like, whether you give them everything or you give them nothing, whether you give them a balance, they're going to manifest. You see that? That's what he's tapping into. It's a damned if you do and damned if you don't. That's why you do your duty and you cut them off. And I'm talking about emotionally and financially and all the other stuff. You got to do it. Got to do it. Because a lot of black mothers are going to need this man's message to let the world know, oh my God, I did everything for this child and I'm still fucked up out here. Look at what he did. This is in Florida.
Just like you and I, no matter how much we teach them, because I am a father. I am a father, and I cannot fathom what they were going through. These mothers and mothers across this nation need all of your help. Because here's what infuriates me. I've got a particular media who has a problem with putting photos of juveniles out. Now, we do it what the law says we can do. Put these photos out. I put myself in the shoes of those mothers because I heard one of them say it. I wish I would have known what this one was doing and who they were, because my kid never would have hung out with them. And to think and believe to minimize any actions that is criminal of a juvenile is a disservice and, frankly, stupid to think. We need to hold them accountable.
I'm so with that. He said it's fucking dumb.
And hope.
America's being dumb because if they only knew the way of the Naker is to, gaslight, to deceive. They're the great tricksters of the planet. Masters of deception. They are the Decepticons. The greatest Decepticons are the ones who told you that the white man is the devil. He let you believe that for as long as, over 400 years? So that, because they know that eventually they were going to be able to get back to doing what they want to do. Which is, I'm sorry, y'all, there's a lot of noise outside. Oh, jeez. I hope y'all don't hear all this shit. But they knew that they were going to eventually get back. It may have taken them a few centuries, but even then, it's super noisy out there. I know y'all hear this shit. But yeah, they want you to think that the white man is the devil. They want you to think the white man doesn't have a soul. They want you to think all of this stuff while you think that they have souls and that they're not the devil. Oh, y'all don't hear anything? My God. Okay, thank you. And this is wrong. This is something that black males have been doing for far too long, and all of the lies have just blinded black women into situations like this, where they just keep looking like they don't know about their own child. Now, it is impossible for any woman to know every move that their child makes. That's understandable. But in the case of these little ugly nappy-headed looking motherfuckers, it's pretty predictable that they're doing some shit that they shouldn't. I told you, I challenge y'all. Now, I know you're gonna be able to find photos of these little niggas with their head shaved and all of that, but I challenge you to find pictures of most of these nakers with shaved heads, for example. I'm not saying that men who have shaved heads are not criminals, because half of them are rapists and pedophiles, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's getting to a point where we can start to see in just how they look, how they choose to wake up every day and walk around, that they glorify evil. I almost suspect that they figure, hey, why comb your head when you know you on the verge, you walking between worlds, you're on your way to the pen. You're on your way to Rikers Island, or that's New York, but whatever the big pen is down there in Florida, right? Why comb your head? Why pull your pants up? Why carry weapons legally? Everything they do. Why tell your mama the truth? What's the point of walking in the house and telling her any truthful shit? So you just keep lying to your mama. Because they're trying to cover up and hide until they do these heinous, murderous acts. Because it's in them so good, and they love. This black woman must understand, they love that this black woman brought them here. They love it. And they won't miss the opportunity to show you how much when they put their black ass on the news. They, you know, the one on the right, that nigga so ugly. He asked them, what's this camera gonna be used for? What y'all gonna use this footage for? They're just that vain. He wanted to know because he didn't want anybody to see him walking down the corridors of shame. Yet again, another nigga failed society. From 12 years old? Okay, nothing new, but still at the same time, they're catching on to these goddamn Thunz. These little sneaky tricksters. Little sneaky motherfuckers. And they're losing the patience and the mercy. And I want them to lose it, god damn it. Stop trying to protect these motherfucking kids. Because the kids are not protecting anybody else. We have to live in a society where it's balanced. If your parents are taking care of your ass, then in some way, before your parents get old, nigga, you need to be taking care of your goddamn parents too. And your motherfucking teachers. And the motherfucking officers that protect your fucking neighborhood. You little bitch, nigga. I want justice. Because these little niggas gonna come out here at 5 years old with guns and gats and shit. If we let them. And you know there's kids younger than that. Oh, all of a sudden, little Daquan got a gun by accident and shot his little friend at the house. There's a lot of stories like that. That's why I don't have any sympathy because of your age, nigga. Juvenile, what? Juvie deserved some justice. We need to bring these little niggas to justice and stop playing with age. And yeah, I'm all the way in on this. I'm so all the way in with this police officer. I'm so in with this team, this sheriff, everybody that made it possible. All the snitches and the bitches, everybody that told and ratted on these little fucking hood rat bitches. Everybody, congratulations down there in Florida and in Marion County. Shout the fuck out to everybody, god damn it, for catching these little dirty bastards. Cause these little niggas getting a little too comfortable, if you ask me. Like they're thinking that they run this whole country at this point. I'm just so y'all just don't know. I got it out for these little niggas. I'm just tired of them. They're so damn violent. They're so fucking violent and ugly at the same time. And treasonous. And of course it triggered me when he said that moms didn't know what they little, especially the one on the left with his little young dusty ass. He seemed like he could have been in between good and evil, you know. I could see how his mom probably, you know, he's got like a baby face still. She probably didn't know what she was dealing with. Out here killing. Oh, the sisters are saying the mom knew. Y'all, these ladies, the cops, but see, what's gonna happen, y'all, is these cops are gonna turn this thing around for the black woman. I'm gonna go with y'all that maybe the moms knew. Let's go with that narrative. The cop is saying that the mothers say they didn't know. And of course they would, because they're like, oh, shock and shame and, you know. But let's say they knew. Y'all, if y'all are telling the truth, then do you really want me to go in on the mothers now? Y'all black women want me to go in on these mothers because they knew? Are you wanting me to do that today? Huh? You want me to go? Y'all want me to go in and talk about these mothers for knowing? What kind of dumb bitch raises a kid for 12 years and encourages his nappy-headed, mediocre, low-vibrating, demonic ass like that? What kind of bitch does that shit? Y'all, I'm trying to see it from the sheriff's point of view. But to be honest with you, in my private group, I am very much aware of the dark wickedness. See, y'all not ready for me to talk about the wickedness that's producing this wickedness. Are you really wanting me to talk about the wickedness that's producing this wickedness? Huh? Tell me. Because the problem is, you see, I secretly know. Y'all don't want me to talk like this on YouTube, though. But I think black women ought to shut the wombs down, because at this point, it's the womb itself is toxic. The womb itself is murderous. The womb itself is demonic as fuck. So you said you wanted to hear the goddamn truth, and I'm gonna tell it to you, goddamn it. Shut the fucking wombs down. Because all this acidic sperm that's coming up out of these niggas and shooting up the club in this bitch, it's not worth it. Producing nothing but a bunch of fucking dwarfs. Shut the fucking wombs down. This will never change. I do believe that there is such a thing as a lot of mothers knowing. I'm split on it though. I'm split between two worlds when it comes to this. Because on one hand, I don't give black mothers of children of these little snakes like this much credit. Because there's a type of awareness. See, you can know something, but that doesn't mean that you accept it. Somebody in the chat, let me know something now. Come on, because I think I'm onto something there. I don't think people can know, but I don't think they always accept it. Because if you're actually co-signing at the idea that they know and they accept, then what you're saying is that they are intentionally birthing the world's enemies. Come on, let me know what you really think. The sister said they got Lucifer in them. Yeah, see, I'm Bridget. I think they know and they don't want to know, and I think they know and they turn a blind eye. Denial. Okay, so we're kind of on the same frequency with this right here. It's like a knowing but being in denial. It's a knowing but not wanting to accept it. It's a knowing but turning a blind eye. And that still makes these women guilty. Because it's like having a type of dumb hope. Hoping for... These women are hoping to have some kind of dumb luck with these niggas. These little niggas. Y'all know that, right? It's like, I know these niggas are usually troublesome and they flunk out of school and they usually end up being criminals and baby daddies, and they usually end up in social media talking shit about their mom. Like, this black woman knows this by now, but they usually, mate with other women because they say that their mom ain't shit, and why not just cut the bloodline off at the head. She's seen a lot of this. You agree? Do you agree? Okay, you agree. Yeah. turning a blind eye. I'm so done with these little niggas, y'all. Oh my God. What brought me out to do this live was wanting to take a look at the reality of what these, the sheriff, the press conference commentary. So let's keep listening, man. This really gets me real good. It just gets me because I want. Even if, okay, and another thing, even if the sheriff is saying that the mothers don't know, they didn't know what he was up to, their little dusty Tyrone, they didn't know. But what it is he still is on point when he's saying, whether the mom knew or not is what I'm saying, he's still saying we need to hold these juveniles accountable. Because, let's face it, black teenagers are out here doing too much.
That we can change them. I'm not going to be able to give you everything because there is a third suspect that we were unable to locate last night. But however, you will receive, you may already have it, the probable cause affidavit that tells you the details of the events that occurred. I will tell you this. I already told you of the witness hearing the gunshots. That is when all three were killed. The suspects were in the vehicle.
5 reasons you need to try our Restore.
This individual, who is a juvenile also, is who we're looking for. Now, I'm talking to the viewers. Some of you know him, you know where he is, and you need to turn him in. Now, I will get him. I will find him, and justice will be completed. As you can imagine, my thoughts are all over this page right now. Fighting these type of crimes requires all of us to come together as a community. And Marion County stepped up to the plate. And we've been successful. Now, I know I've forgotten something, and I'm missing something, so I'm going to open up the floor to questions.
Any type of motive given?
Mentioned it, robbery.
Sheriff Woods,
Go to her first.
I want to clarify. I know you said the suspects were in the vehicle, so are you saying all 6 were in there at one time?
Yes, ma'am.
And so the 3 individuals, the 2 that are in custody, and this person, they turned on the other 3 in the vehicle, and that's how this unfolded.
That's correct.
In the commission of a robbery of the 3 victims?
Not going to get into too many more of those details because of the third suspect being out.
Sheriff Wood, Ted Williams with Fox News. Did the suspects and the 3 dead teens, have you been able to determine how long they've known each other?
Short time?
Sheriff, you mentioned the gun. Do we know how the suspects got a hold of the weapon?
Car burglaries. Yeah. Ain't that right? All the gun laws we got in place didn't prevent it, did it? Neither will any new ones. Because here's the fact. The bad guy is going to get a gun no matter what law you have put in place. These juveniles shouldn't even possess.
You see, that's the most common sense thing. He's saying the bad guys will get a gun no matter what laws you put in place. Why do we act like we don't understand that in this country? It's not about the fucking gun. Yeah, sure, the more you have, the more likely they're going to get them, but they'll get them even if they have to break in somebody's house or store or wherever they're sold for people who need them legally, who can purchase them legally.
A handgun. But they did. And I'll go back to you, add your question. A simple burglary, as some people will say, but I don't consider anything simple when it comes to a burglary. The law allows me, I'll plaster their face up on this page, up on my page, up on media. I will hand it out if the law allows me, because parents have the right to know who their kids are hanging out with and preventing this.
What did the suspect's parents say when you spoke with them about their arrest?
I personally didn't speak to them about the arrest. It was immediately after the interviews in which I talked to the mothers. But really, they don't have a whole lot to say. If you're a parent, put yourself in their shoes. Holy hell. Panic. I'm scared to death as a parent. Embarrassed. Ashamed. What do you think they're going to say?
Now, y'all believe that's legit, right? It's possible that the mothers and, the parents, I don't know if it was both parents, but it's possible that the parents could have felt like, shocked and everything. Considering everybody keeps playing Russian roulette with birthing these little niggas, right? What do you think?
Sheriff Woods, do you know if these three juveniles will be tried as adults?
All right, State Attorney's Office is reviewing that right now, okay? So
let's hope so.
I don't want to say yes and then it turn around no, then you'll end up calling me a liar at some point. So
What does to kind of piggyback off that, so what does accountability look like for you? I know you talked about juveniles being held accountable for their actions.
I will refrain an awful lot on that answer to this question, to the full extent of the law. Okay, don't take me wrong. I might be hard on people, but I also have a heart. And I've already told you, I am a father. But here's the one thing my boys know. Growing up, the freaking barber had my permission to whip their asses. And not only that, when this stuff came up on TV, I pointed them. I said, you don't have to worry about.
That's my favorite part as well. Hold on a minute.
Okay, don't take me wrong. I might be hard on people, but I also have a heart. And I've already told you I am a father. But here's the one thing my boys know. Growing up, the freaking barber had my permission to whip their asses. And not only that, when this stuff came up on TV, I pointed him. I said, you don't have to worry about the law coming out.
And that's the different mindset that we have to go back to. I want to make sure y'all hear that and think about it real deep. Because everybody's so defensive about their child. And they need to just welcome the world to whip these kids' asses now. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Full extent. Because they took a life. Are y'all comprehending that? They took a life without thought. They deserved the full extent of the law.
shots from previous
All right. So
incidents?
I personally haven't, but have we? Minimum contact. I can tell you right now. I know somebody over here had a question.
Sure.
Andy?
Do I understand correctly that the three victims were an active part of crimes prior to their deaths with these three? Is that correct?
I don't want to give too much detailed information, okay? But let me put it this way. My dad was a fireman. Always said, where there's smoke, there's fire, okay? Folks, don't ask dumbass questions. And Andy, I apologize. But really? Do I have to spell it out to you? What do you think they were doing? Let me put it this way. My dad was a fireman. Question.
Sure.
Andy?
Do I understand correctly that the three victims were an active part of crimes prior to their deaths with these three? Is that correct?
I don't want to give too much detailed information, okay? But let me put it this way. My dad was a fireman. Always said, where there's smoke, there's fire, okay? Folks, don't ask dumbass questions. And Andy, I apologize. But really?
He's saying don't assume that one of them could have been with them for a different purpose than crime or murder. So that whatever, the question was just kind of related to that. Like, do you think that one of them could have not known that these other motherfuckers was like that? And so he's just like, don't ask any dumbass questions where there's smoke and fire.
Spell it out to you? What do you think they were doing? They're associated with a gang, and I've told some of y'all in interviews, gangs don't go to church on Sunday and then preach the gospel for the next 6 days. They're gangs because they commit crimes. How simple is this idea? Where are we losing it? And I know we're going long, but this is my press conference, not yours.
Sure.
Yes.
If all six were committing crimes, do you know why the three turned on the other three?
I can't divulge that. I wish I could tell you. I'll tell you when we get this one. Okay? Listen, I want to tell you everything. I really do. And since day one, I've wanted to tell you anything. They have had a leash on me like you wouldn't believe. Next. Let's get somebody new.
Do we know the timeline of the three victims in terms of how they were shot? Was it all at once? And then...
Hold back.
Okay.
You heard the bosses.
Do you know how they were apprehended? Were they hanging out somewhere? How were you able to catch up with them?
Do you want to? Go ahead.
The one subject on the previous photo, Rob Robinson, was in custody already at the juvenile detention facility. And the Christopher Atkins, who fell real
Did I tell him that he was arrested?
At his house
Day right after.
serving search warrant.
So they weren't on the run or anything. Were they even surprised to even see you show up?
Yes. They were very surprised we showed up.
Are you able to make any statements as to what they said?
I'll leave that to the sheriff.
No, you'll get that eventually. We told you he was in DJJ. He was arrested by OPD the next morning after the murder.
What were the charges on that?
In an affray at the school. Oh, that's what I call a light bulb coming on right there.
He's hanging out, stealing cars, robbing people, killing people, and then he has the nerve to be at school. Scared. Bitch.
Remember I just talked about minimizing and holding students accountable? Our school districts, not just here, I'm not going to point out just mine, school districts across this state and across this nation need to quit minimizing the actions of their students.
I just love this man. He's just on it. He's on it. I hope this shit catches on in this country. And you always see on the news how they try to put these statistics out there, this city, that city, this county, that county is suspending more black kids than other ones. Excuse me. But maybe that's for a reason. Okay. You ever thought about that? Stop advocating for these damn kids just because they're young. I'm sorry. This is not, you're not dealing with kids. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? These are little terrorists. They are terrorists and they're hateful bastards. Yeah, somebody put in there earlier. This is like, I feel it was a hate crime. They just did that to the other teenagers because they were white. It wasn't about snitching. It was about the hate that they already had in their heart anyway. And we already know that, you know, you can, these nakers, they can swirl and be with these white girls all they want to, but a lot of them are evil and wicked, and they have a lot of hatred and anger and rage in them. So when they bounce from the black girls to the white girls, that hate doesn't go away. That self-hate, that hate for other races and all of that, they're the real haters of the world. They taught black women and girls, they taught a lot of black women, unfortunately, but they taught a lot of the young black girls how to be haters, getting in trouble, fighting, getting suspended, flunking and fucking their way out of school. Well, you know, you can tell who a people really are when they have opportunities like this and they still want to be like ministers to society. You can tell that these niggas are no good when you're still hanging out with your white friends and you still can't get it together, bitch. You're still robbing people. You're still jealous. You're still carjacking. You're still probably raping. You know, you still killing, stealing, and drug dealing. Damn. People are figuring it out. There's no escape. There's no escape. The only way to deal with them is the two top stats that come against them anyway because of their own stupidity. It's death and prison. That's it. Because they're gonna sit there and put this, you know, puppy dog face on for their parents. And that's what their mothers want to see. Of course. You know, why wouldn't you want to see? You want to see a puppy dog? Oh, my poor kid. This teacher's fucking flunking him out on purpose, or he didn't make the fucking football team. He's probably mad about that, or he got laid off from his little Mickey damn D job, or, you know, he failed. He didn't get his fucking, you know, he didn't get his driver's license. He missed it by a couple of points. Like, so what? Whatever is in you, it's going to manifest. You know, they say you can tell who a person is by how they act when the going gets tough. It sounds like from what the cops said that their mothers would have given them the shirts off of their back. And what I wish their mothers would do with that shirt, I can't say on this live. But you know what I mean.
Hold them accountable at the school.
I want to play that part back. Come on and say it again. His name is Billy Woods.
He was arrested by OPD the next morning after the murder.
What were the charges on that?
In an affray at the school. Oh, that's what I call a light bulb coming on right there. Remember I just talked about minimizing and holding students accountable? Our school districts, not just here, I'm not going to point out just mine. School districts across this state and across this nation need to quit minimizing the actions of their students.
Yeah, and all y'all mothers out there, stop fucking going up to schools ready to beat these teachers down. I saw in the news where somebody, parents jumping on buses and all kind of shit and going ape shit on these teachers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop jumping the fucking gun for these little nappy-headed bastards. Stop it. I would... we need a new movement. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, we need like, I bet if I put it out there, maybe somebody will pick it up. We need a movement that will tell these women who are mothers of black children, boys and girls, stop jumping out there advocating for these assholes like this. Just assume that you birthed a goddamn asshole, and even if you didn't, the child became an asshole from somewhere. You can go by the rap music, you can go by the video games, you can go by the social media, whatever excuse you want to give, you have an asshole in your house. Stop giving them so much bullshit. Maybe that'll help. I mean, I met some moms lately who they don't even, their kids, shit, they're raising them, they don't have the internet at home. They don't watch television. They read books. They work in gardens. I've been meeting some black moms like that, man. Y'all need to stop this bullshit with these kids. Just while he's at school, just take that goddamn video game and bust that shit up against the side of the house. And, you know, just scoop it up and take that shit on to the dump. You know, you don't owe him any fucking explanations. Just say we're on something else right now, little nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Cause you know, it's one thing to talk about prevention, but at some point we have to talk about the shit that we already got out here. Cause these little niggas not giving me a break. You know what I mean? Like, they're not giving me a break. Okay. If I go on vacation and come back, these little niggas are still trying to take this country over. You feel me? So I'm like, we gotta still talk to these mothers who have these children. Y'all stop thinking these kids are innocent. No. Y'all talk to their teachers, talk to their little coaches, find out what's going on in their life, talk to their little nappy-headed friends. If you don't like them, then just cut their little friends off for them. Like, what? Because it's a lot of damage that's coming. It's coming. This little generation right now, they don't have shit to look forward to. Because they're fighting the demons. Y'all little pro-blacks out there worrying about Jeffrey Dahmer. These little niggas are fighting shit. They make Jeffrey Dahmer look like an angel. Because if given the opportunity, these kids will stack more bodies than Jeffrey Dahmer ever could have stacked. So I'm not falling for that little race card. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer, you know. No. Try again. Because the serial killer with the most murders in America is a black male. So miss me with all that race bullshit. Y'all stop feeling sorry for these kids. Fix your mind. You gotta update your thinking. You know, if they want to sit there and implode on each other, then okay. But if they go out and hurt other innocent people, that's not okay. You know, I'm talking to the stratosphere beyond just, you know, it's at some point, like I said, some of this stuff is very disturbing. Because you think that these little niggas can't come and affect you. You think that if you want to. Because a part of what you need to look at is they are getting in through these little white kids. You see that? They're slipping in through these white kids. So you should be concerned. Oh, this cop, the Sheriff Billy Woods, he did an outstanding job. Oh my God, in calling these little bastards out. And I know he wants to just call the whole black community out. I know he does. Because one of the things he peaked is that, you know, a lot what he's saying that he's not saying is like black crime. A lot of it is black males going around beating, robbing, raping, killing, stabbing, shooting people that they either didn't know that well or that they don't know. I'm talking about in cases like this. And it's like they said in the damn press conference, they didn't know these other teens that well. It's not like they all came up. And then what would it matter anyway if they knew him for 12 years, the whole 12 years of his life, or 16 years? It wouldn't matter. They were going to do it anyway. It's a type of hate crime. So I mean, I'm all the way in with the sheriff because he's on the precipice of something very important for black women to realize. These little niggas are gonna get in through through the white community. You still need to be concerned. You can't escape because as long as their moms are turning a blind eye, they're gonna get in. You know, you see them all the time. Everywhere you think that you're escaping, they're there. Ready to rain terror. And somebody has to put a stop to these little niggas. Somebody's got to call them out. Their moms have got to stop playing dumb. The mothers have got to stop playing dumb, because you don't want that to catch up with you that you knew. Y'all, you don't want what these ladies are saying today to catch up with you, do you? So you better stop playing dumb. You know, they have their fathers, if you can call them that, which we know we can't, but since I have, you know, I have to watch what I say. Their fathers have failed them. They have a very warped, evil side of what is being a man. They think, you know, playing basketball, taking their son out to buy some damn fucking Jordans and wearing jerseys and smoking blunts. They think that's fatherhood. They think that's manhood. So, for too long, we have had too many failed black males out here. And now it's to the point that the kids are taking over the damn country. And I'm tired of them, y'all. I want this. I want Billy Woods. I love you, brother. I appreciate this message if nobody else does. I appreciate this message because I know that he knows. You see that look on his face? Y'all see the look on Mr. Billy Woods' face? He's like, aha! Aha! And Florida just, ooh, it's not even, I can't even pick a state really because, you know, but Florida is just, woo, they got some crackheads down there. Damn, but look.
Hold them accountable. That's where the failure is.
I love his nonverbals, you know? I love what his nonverbals are saying. I'm just sit on the edge of my seat like I'm in church with this. It's just, hold him accountable. And he's saying so much when he's not saying anything.
Do we know where the last suspect was seen?
You want to get?
The last place he was seen.
We're going to hold that one.
Did all three have guns, or was it just one gun? And which one pulled the trigger? Do we know that?
All right. Some of that I'm not going to answer.
Okay.
Some of it I will. The one I will is the two confessed to shooting our third victim in the trunk. I'm not going to answer that one. I appreciate your questions. You wouldn't be doing your job if
Let me see if he,
in the
what
trunk.
is he? Okay.
All right. Some of that I'm not going to answer. Some of it I will. The one I will is the two confessed to shooting our third victim in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
How many guns were involved?
I'm not going to answer that one. I appreciate your questions. You wouldn't be doing your job if you didn't ask.
I mean, this was sick and uncalled for hate. Like, oh my God.
Any others?
Sheriff, does the third suspect, does the public need to worry about him?
No, the community doesn't need to worry about them outside of I want them to find them.
The community doesn't need to worry about them. How about I just want them to find them? How about worry about where these little motherfuckers are? That's what you need to worry about. Oh, that's my man. That's my man. Right. He's on it right there. He's like, y'all ain't even, because what he's saying, as far as I'm concerned, he's saying, I know that these some punk ass niggas, but y'all don't know that. So just help me find them. Oh, Mr. Billy Woods. Mr. Billy Woods.
That's what they need to worry about, is locating him for me. Appreciate your questions.
Let's go at it again.
You wouldn't be
Billy.
doing your job if you didn't ask. Any others?
The third suspect, does the public need to worry about him?
No, the community doesn't need to worry about them outside of I want them to find them. That's what they need to worry about, is locating him for me. And they do. You ain't ever watched my Wanted by Woods Wednesday? That's successful, and they find them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll allow one more.
Are these juveniles all students at the same school?
No. All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Salute to Mr. Billy Woods, Sheriff of Marion County. And they found him too. They found him. I loved that he just had almost like divine confidence that this will happen. We will get the little dust ball. It's just a matter of time, but we will get it. So this is the video clip letting you see that they did get him. Is this the one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got him now. I might have played this already. I don't know.
Dig through
They
these
gotcha.
documents tonight, and according to this arrest report, the 3 teenage victims were involved in.
That's the one that they got. That's all you need to know. And so in comparison to that situation, woo, they got him. Woo, they got him, they got him, they got him, they got him. Oh boy, they got him. Oh, I love how his confidence paid off. So this is I want to say, New York, watch out. Don't be dumb and don't be so liberal that you fuck up what needs to happen. There's some karma, there's some truth, there's some power that is going to be recognized probably by the non-northeastern regions of the country. So I'm hoping that the truth, might come out of the wild, wild west. It might come out of the Midwest, the Southwest. It might come out of the Southeast, but the truth has got to come out. And the reason why I said that is because we just watched Billy Woods, Sheriff Billy Woods in Florida. He's trying to get the word out, and he's not trying shit. He accomplished that. It's just if people are too dumb or too angry or too crybaby, they make too many excuses, too BLM and too other rainbow bitch made things to say a damn thing. But y'all know what I'm trying to get to. I can't say what I really want to say. But this clip right here of this person going off This was 9 days ago. A brave woman absolutely slams the New York City's police department. And I want to serve notice to any foolish mammies who are out there as well right now. I'm serving notice to any stupid ass mammies. And I'm also saying, New York, don't fall for this dumb mammy bullshit. Okay? Stop trying to be so hip and woke, New York. Y'all stop that bullshit now. All right, so let's see. It says, you won't find a better beatdown than this. This is on a channel called TYT Investigates.
I remember the...
I'm sorry, I don't even know. You'll hear what she's talking about, but it's just BS.
You are public servant.
And by the way, it's not related to the crime in Florida that we just studied. But at the same time, just this whole loudmouth BLM BS.
You are public servants. You serve at our pleasure. We buy your houses. We buy your cars. We pay for you and your wife's vacations. And the people are serving notice on the government of the United States. We are serving notice on the state of New York. We are serving notice on the mayor of this city.
Oh, okay. The Young Turks. Thanks, y'all.
We are serving notice on the city council that if you do not do your job, you will no longer have a job. I live in Harlem, and I'm telling you, we are living in the middle of a crack epidemic nightmare. People need help. It is a violent circle of oppression when you create the situation, and then when we go out to protest the situation, you in turn...
You never see other women going to bat like this and yelling at the world about what their own fucking offspring do. You're blaming the world for what came out of between your legs. I don't get it. I mean... We gotta stop. Now, when it comes to policies, of course you're gonna see, non-black women arguing for policies to change and laws, but this is just arguing. You say you're activists trying to destroy New York lawmakers, but all you're doing is yelling at them because niggas want to do crack and rob and steal and kill people. That's dumb. Oh.
Exact more violence upon us. We are saying...
And she's saying that the cops are coming into their communities and exacting more violence because y'all don't understand. Just like you saw that little 12, 16, and 17-year-old little Lakers from Florida, niggas don't listen. They don't listen.
No more. No more. It ends here. I'm Kimberly. I am an activist and organizer. I remember the very first day I went out to protest on June 2nd, 2020. I was supposed to go out on June 1st, but I turned on my TV and...
Let's get these damn commercials out of the way. You turn on your TV and what?
I have to admit. I'm not scared anymore though. But on that day I remember seeing a police officer who I now know was a member of the SRG violently push a woman who looked like she couldn't have been more than 100 pounds to the floor, sent her body flying and fractured her skull. I said to myself, if they're doing that to white women, I don't know what they're gonna do to me. And I took a breather and I waited and I went out the second day. And in that time of leading, I've led hundreds of thousands of protesters through the streets of New York City, preaching abolition, preaching against police violence. And in those 3 years of doing that, of leading those marches, of leading Black Lives Matter marches, abolish ICE marches, reproductive justice marches, I can't tell you how much violence I've seen. And the violence I've seen has not been at the hands of the people. The violence I've seen has been state-sanctioned violence from members of the NYPD, from members of
See, I don't like all of this reverse demonization. I can't stand it. It's just like the incidents of police brutality, using excessive force. When it comes down to black people, I feel very confident that we could easily prove that they're killing more black women. Black children are killing more black children and others than we're seeing police brutality issues. I don't know if you want to check behind me, but I'm pretty sure, God damn it, that I'm right. So I don't want to hear these crybabies about this fucking cop stuff now. I don't want to hear this. This pisses me off. How about become that passionate about the laws that are being broken in the first place, from the damn, whether it's rioting or whether it's not taking your damn license out when the cop asks, or speeding, whatever these. No. I'm all about it. I'm like, look, if you initiate breaking laws, I'm just not giving a fuck about black people like that. I just don't care anymore. Does anybody understand me? Y'all know I'm being kind of radical, but I'm just articulating the truth. You know what I'm saying? Anybody feel the same way? If you beating people ass and robbing and killing, I just don't care about you. That's what somebody needs to say. That's what she should be saying. Fuck that. All of this defensiveness over niggas you don't know who are getting their ass beat by the cops? That's dumb.
The SRG.
Anyway.
To sit before the people and say that you can't do anything about this is completely unacceptable. We are not asking you to do something about this. What we are doing is we are demanding, we are commanding you to do something about this. You work for us. We are commanding and demanding that you disband the SRG. We will no longer fund our own oppression. We will not fund our own oppression.
This is what's gotta stop right here. She's got less than a minute, y'all. I can't. I'm so triggered by this shit.
We will not pay you to exact violence upon our communities.
Look how she's talking about that when these nakers are going upside people that look like her head. They're going up the side of black women's head every few hours, every few minutes, if you ask me, because I'm sure all of it's not getting reported. So she wants to sit up there and bitch and moan to the cops, to the lawmakers about something. What are you talking about? And then talking about you demand some shit. What you need to do is be demanding that black women leave these niggas alone and stop having their kids. That's what you should do. We get a lot of stuff solved right then and there. I promise you that.
Those hundreds of millions of dollars from the SRG and put it into our schools. Fund our schools, fund our children. I live in Harlem, and I'm telling you, we are living in the middle of a crack epidemic nightmare. People need help.
The only just tell the people stop taking crack. Get mad at the drug dealers. I don't know.
Horrible violence that I've ever seen.
How are you gonna sit up there? See, that's why I wanted to, in comparison, I wanted you to just think with me about the dumbness. Like, if I got anybody up there from New York, Northeast, y'all don't fall for this bullshit. If I got people that haven't seen my videos before, okay? Because, I know the way it used to be in this country, a lot of people felt like the Northerners were more, more liberal. They were more accepting of, black people and gays, and they were more pro human rights and all of that. But you see how you take something too far with niggas and it ruins them. So there's no point in like going with this whole extremism like this liberal, let's protect the nigga that was just trying to rob the old lady, and now we need to make monuments out of him and stuff like that. We don't need to do that. You might need to come back. Come to your senses. Come to your senses. Because during the era when blacks were, trying to the Great Migration and things like that. That's what I'm comparing it to, the Great Migration. At one point, blacks in the South were one way, and they had a certain limited lifestyle. Right? But I think that Sheriff Billy Woods is about to set it all straight if we listen to him. He's gonna set it all straight if we listen to him. Do I have anybody that wants to call in? Because I'm not the one for this. I think I'm trying to make my point very clear that people would typically go to the North for certain type of opportunities, right? And to escape things, but they're going too far. So now it looks like it's gonna be the leaders in the South that are going to actually possibly set things back in order the way that they need to be, which is fuck these Thunz and all these laws and discrimination laws that are supposedly there to protect them from being discriminated against while they rob, rape, and maim. 202. Yeah. 202-922. Yeah, what is the number? 922. Is it 3229? Oh, yeah, 3229. I'll give you a second to see if you want to call in, but this topic really, I could just ramble and go on about this all day because it's just, it's a convoluted mess what's going on. And it's just unfair that, everybody's having to help protect these nappy-headed punks when they're out here abusing everybody like this. And that was a purity damn hate crime. It was uncalled for to kill those 3 teens like that. Really, really, really uncalled for. Hey caller, who am I speaking with?
Hey, Matt, it's Winter.
Yeah, hey, Winter. Hi. What's on your mind
How
today?
are you?
I'm doing great today.
Oh, my God, Matt, you put this on. Like, I was just having this discussion earlier. This is so frustrating. This is appropriate, but, yeah, that lady you just showed was so appropriate because this is what I'm really frustrated with. We have these black women that are hindering us. They are making a mockery of us.
Mm-hmm.
They're not presenting themselves properly, and it really makes us look bad. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
It's all good. Take your time. You good.
I agree with you. Everything you said was spot on. Even back to these boys that committed these heinous crimes. Like, they literally murdered 3 innocent people. And we're expected to not say anything. We're supposed to believe that everyone's racist because they're black boys and they're juveniles, so you don't show juveniles' faces. I went on the comment thread under that conference, and I couldn't believe the amount of black people on there actually mad that the sheriff went in on these boys. They deserved all of the calling out. Like, look at their actions. Where did we get in society that we are just going to ignore a certain sector of people's actions? It is unbelievable.
It's
Unbelievable.
yeah, and they don't. They're so dumb, like advocating for these boys because they don't even realize that the more they do that, the more these boys are going to keep doing what they do, and the more
Yes.
eventually all of this is going to come back on the new wave of boys who want to do this. So the punishment is going to be more severe, and they're going to be in prison for longer periods of time if they don't just start. Hey, it wouldn't hurt me if they want to just put the death, give them the death penalty. I don't give a damn.
Right.
So
Like, how did we get this soft? Like, murder is serious. This isn't like boys that just decide to go do like what do they call that when they go in the convenience stores and just shoplift? Like, that's bad too. I don't like that either, but like the kitty glove. It's just, when are we going to stop, like, doing this? And the women that sit up on councils and sit in front of Congress caping for them. Like, are you freaking serious right now?
exactly.
And no one says anything about black femicide because of these types of women that go. We got like the politicians in there right now that are black women. It's so disappointing. They're not doing their job. They're not protecting black women. They're only in there to protect black men and black boys. This is like ridiculous.
Yes, and
And I just wanted to point out too, they're only in there to protect black
somebody's.
men and black boys.
Can somebody
I'm
turn their
sorry,
device
there's
down?
no feedback.
Hold on, let's see.
And,
Caller, can you turn your device
I
down?
just wanted to point out too,
Hold on.
they're only in there to protect black men, black boys. I think someone came in and it's kind of echoing.
Oh no. Whoops. Okay, caller. Who's the other caller on the line? Hello. They won't say anything.
Is it me you're talking to?
Yes, because
Who's the other caller on the line?
you
Simply
need to turn your
Stephanie. Can
device
you hear
down in
me?
the back. Can you turn your device down in the background?
Hello? Hello?
You have to.
Yeah, turn your device. It's kind of echoing.
Yeah, we're getting an echo.
Can you turn your device down?
Okay,
What it is some type of delay, and I cannot hear you on the phone. I can only hear you on the computer. I do not understand why.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, I don't.
yeah, that's
Can you see if you can call back via another way? Because
yeah, try to come back in. Like, hang up and try to come back in.
Hello?
yeah. Okay, the other caller that called in, can you call back? I had to let the other caller go because I wasn't sure, but oh, thanks. So Michael, he said she needed to mute the computer. See, I don't know how I wonder how she called in via the computer. Okay, the caller that just left. Could you call back? The other caller, I had two callers.
It was. I couldn't hear you, period.
Okay, let's see if we got you now. I don't hear any echoes. Okay, hey caller, what's your name? What's your alias?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the computer or lowering it. There is nothing coming through the phone for me to communicate with you. I don't know how you have this hooked up.
But you heard us, right? You can hear us?
There is nothing coming through the phone for me to communicate with you. I don't know how you have this hooked up.
Yeah, we're not.
I can't hear you at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Anyway, the other thing, like, about the mothers, you are spot on. Don't ever be afraid to call it out. I think I was saying in the chat, there is no way you have children and don't know what they are doing. Like, there's no way. You know what music they listen to. You see them every day. Then you know what clothes they're wearing. You know if they walk out your house and they're sagging. You know when their hair isn't kept, and you know what your sons are. I'm so sick of Black women trying to ignore signs in their Thunz and stuff, because I'm sorry, that's all excuses. And it's sad that the sheriff said that, like he went along with the older mothers didn't know. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. How the hell do you live under the same roof with these people and you don't know? See, I'm starting to see denial. And like I said before, like Jeffrey Dahmer, his parents knew his signs. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's a very
starting
good
to,
example.
there's a certain class of people, people are a certain way and they just want to ignore red flags. You know very well that you are housing a potential menace to society. This idea, like, since when do kids live separate lives from their parents? I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I know everything. I am nosy as hell with my children.
And
And
then
a 12-year-old hanging out with a 17-year-old? Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
sometimes I wonder if these moms are thinking that they're letting their sons throw their royal oats or something around. So they're
Oh
royal.
yeah, like that whole let them be free. Right.
Okay, we got somebody that
Let
joined
the
us.
child be free, yeah. But look what happens.
Yep, somebody just joined us.
They're children. They don't have the discernment that we have. Okay, someone's
They
here.
should. They.
Good afternoon. Hey, Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, VW? Black Women's Live. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm gonna make this quick. I love this show. I'm gonna tell you, white folk, it's a certain amount of them. They're gonna open a can of whip ass on all niggas. And people, they can get mad all they want, but there's been a lot of this hate crime happening, and people are getting fed up. And I'm not trying to get caught in it.
That's right.
I am sick of these social justice warrior liar Black women. They have completely embarrassed Black women, the ones who have been elected in the community, whatever they are, like that woman who was at the meeting talking about all these marches she's running. Now, all that time she's spending running marches, she could figure out how to fix up the schools in their community. They blame everything on everyone else. Your schools are crappy because you are crappy, because you're allowing crappy performance. What is wrong with Black people? Clean up. You go in a Black neighborhood, you're the one fucking throwing litter around everywhere. You are doing that. Well, how do you think other communities become like they are? Because the people who live there make them that way. They are thoroughly an embarrassment, and people need to wake up this election season. We need to clean house. F that black skin, brown skin, all skin, ain't kinfolk, whatever you want to say. We got to get these people out of office. They had their chance. These Black people can't say anything, can't say it's slavery, it's the man. Black people have had plenty of time in this country, and they have really fucked it up, and people are sick of it. The theater that goes on is theater all effing day long. You want to go to the council and it's just theater. The Black Lives Matter. It's all theater. It's all performance. And I bet you that night she was calling the cops for help.
I bet she was.
She had to call on Tyrone that night. They secretly calling that 911 button because we know the lives that Black women are living, but they get in front of white folk and all these other people and lie and say it's racism. I just hope people wake up this election season and get these crazy Black women out of office who have just completely embarrassed us, embarrassed our ancestors who worked hard, who weren't crying, and who are just making lies and secretly calling 911 when they need help. I am just, thank you for having this show, Duchess. Please, I'm telling you, I'm really nervous. I feel like something is going to happen because I don't know if people are on Twitter or what platforms, but there are a lot of platforms where you could see a lot of this Black on white violence that is happening, and people are getting frustrated because the media won't say it. They won't call it out as a hate crime.
Yes, they can't. They won't even acknowledge the races. Oh my God. Let alone the
Yeah.
hate crime. They won't even say three
Yep,
black
that's what I was
boys
saying. In the news
senselessly.
media, they make them anonymous. Like they'll say, "Oh, a burglary happened here. Oh, a shootout happened here." You know, but they don't say the race. It's horrible. What I'm sorry to say it, black women set this shit up because of the caping. Like it's our fault. You, whoo, I'm
It's
And a quick
just
thing to set the record straight on a black serial killer. The black males have surpassed white men with serial killings. There's a book about it. And the guy said, who wrote the book, he had to do major research because the media hides it. Because there's this, they want to hide the crimes that black people, mainly black men, are really committing so that they could create this like kumbaya, like Kwanzaa reparation, whatever the hell it is. They want to create this type of thing like, romanticize black people. It's like we have to deal with the crime because then we could genuinely flourish as we are supposed to be, but you have to deal with the crime. But black males have surpassed any serial killing you ever want to know. And that is, and black women need to know that. They are doing a lot of killings and they're not reporting it. You need to be careful and stop thinking that the face of serial killer is a white male. It is not. Black men, they have run that way. You know, they're good at running. And when they win all the races, well, they won that one. So just be careful out there.
wow.
yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
So somebody asked about the book. I'm telling you, go on Amazon and just put in black serial killer. It will come up because I have the book and I've read the book. And it'll scare the shit out of you. And guess what? He doesn't even have all the figures. I think his figures maybe went up to 2014. But when you counted all these other serial killings that have happened that the media is not telling you about, you will see that the true face of a black serial killer is it goes to Tyrone.
Yes. He's been dirty
The
for too long.
deflecting is astronomical. Every time you bring that up, oh, what about these white school shooters? What about Kyle Rittenhouse? And black people, they don't even know the full story behind Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm not trying to go there right now, but it's just the deflection back onto white men and what white boys do. And that is all tactics to like make everyone ignore what the damn Nakers are doing. They're really smart with that. Have y'all noticed? It's
Yes.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hell yeah. Somebody just joined us as well. That's real truthful stuff right there. I went to Glow on Black Women's Liberation. Fire commentary. Thank you. I got somebody with us. Who is the new person?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure my microphone was working. It's Godmother's Best. I know I haven't talked to y'all in a while. I just wanted to quickly point out about the whole them trying to disarm us, because it just seems like, because they're trying to make this into a gun thing, as Billy Woods was talking about. And I just find it odd that the more that rate goes up for black femicide, the more they're trying, the same women that are being unalived at this mass rate are the very ones that are trying to advocate to get these gun laws in place. Like you're basically just screaming, let him unalive me and leave me alone. And I'm not exactly sure, because I know you're always talking about the demonic energy. I'm trying to see what the spiritual energy is in here that's trying to leave us vulnerable, so that these men, these demons that do not want us to live, are basically like fighting to be, I guess, not, for lack of a better word, the sacrifice. I know some other people have said that, but they're literally fighting to have us go down. And these women, like the social justice warrior lady that was up there, like, this is, like you said, this is your community where they're doing this. They're choosing to do the drugs. They're choosing to basically not do better for themselves. And I'm trying to figure out what's the programming, because if you notice, all the stuff that people were used to joke about all the time is now coming to pass. Because you see all of this stuff that used to be funny and just jokes on Comedy View is now stuff that is our everyday life. You have Chris Rock sitting here trying to, talk about how Black women always call the police on you, and just so she can get you in trouble. And now you have this no snitching policy. And then you have him, what was that one thing that they were saying? I thought I was trying to get my words together because I don't have a whole lot of time, and I know you got other people trying to talk. But it was basically where they basically tell you who they are, but they say it in a way where they're just kidding, and they're not kidding. I'm sure if I could think of the other thing, I'll put it in the chat, but I can't think of what it was I was trying to say.
Okay, what if you could say what you wanted to leave us with? What was the main thought?
The main thought is that a reckoning is coming. I'm not exactly sure what direction it's coming from, but you see, as Billy Woods has said, he's saying it, but he's not saying it. And like one of the other sisters on the panel said, these people are getting tired.
Yes.
They're starting to make all kinds of legislation. Like this is not just, even though we're on here talking about this and others trying to create, there are people starting to make laws. And this is going to start one of these frenzies again, kind of like back in the day where they were quote unquote, I'm going to just use Rosewood because I don't want to use the words, but then they'll start, like you said, start saying it's racist and all this other stuff. And we need to be prepared, because the thing of it is what they're doing is they already told us what they're planning to do, and we need to protect self, because they're not going to do it. The other women that are capable for them are not going to do it. We need to make sure we're prepared for this backlash that's coming, because this is not an isolated incident. This is just the one that's getting attention because the NRA posted this sheriff's speech, because other conservative groups have posted this sheriff's speech. That's why it's getting so much attention. But there are lots of others out there with this same type of energy that's coming through. They are getting sick of us.
Yes,
as a group.
That's it.
I agree. An election season is coming, and the law they just passed in Mississippi that everyone's like, Jim Crow laws. They are sick of it. So, yeah, they want leaders, they want politicians to take over that are mostly white. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. It came back. One thing came back to me because you were talking about whooping the children butts and whatnot. That whole gentle parenting thing that they got going on, and that's another thing that they've been talking about. Like, this is it's not new, but it's a thing that they're trying to push. And it's like, it's one thing to abuse your children just for the heck of it versus actually disciplining them. And one of the guilt trips that they lay at our feet all the time to not, discipline these children, especially our sons, is, that tactic came back from slave days and this blah, 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 blah. Why is everything that you don't want to do to take responsibility attached to slave days? That was part of what I was going to say, but I know the other thing has something to do with a joke. That it was a joke that they were saying that they were basically telling you who they are, but when it used to be a funny thing, we'd all sit there and laugh about it, and now they're actually doing it. But yeah, that's all I have to say. If for my main thought, I'm going to go ahead and get down because I'm just going to keep on listening in the chat, but I also have a doctor's appointment. But thank you for allowing me to come on and share my thoughts with you all. Y'all have a good day.
Great comments. Thank you for fighting to come back with your thoughts. That was great. Yeah. What was your alias again? Oh, she's probably
me.
Yeah. What was your alias again?
My area?
Yeah, your alias name, your YouTube name, or whatever.
Oh, my alias name was Dark Mother's Vessel.
I thought, because I started recognizing your voice the more you spoke. Yeah.
I see you. Yeah.
Yeah, nice to hear from you. Okay, I won't hold you up, but thank you for that feedback. That was great. Yeah,
Well, thank you for allowing me to come comment. Y'all have a good one.
you
Bye.
bet. You too. Thanks. We got somebody else that just joined us. I don't know. Let's see if they'll say hi. Who is it?
Hi, it's RJ.
Oh, hi, RJ. What's up? What's on your mind?
Hi. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Is the sound okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. I love all the commentary, and so a couple of things I wanted to add. I kind of feel like Black women always do things backwards. Like they don't fight as much for their own accountability as far as understanding their own environment, where they are and what support they have. They don't have much support. And here's the thing. It's like you've been living in this country for a long time, and it's got to come to the point that you got to know where you are. And y'all gonna have to take this accountability onto yourselves before we keep asking everybody else to hold the accountability, because it's like there's no sense that these kids are not being disciplined at home. That's really where it comes from. Like a lot of this, like you're out here murdering. This is like you're out here murdering people. Like there's a huge gap here. This is not like Winter Glow said, like you stealing candy bars at the bodega. Like you went out and killed somebody. Like something is off about that, and we're creating these people, and I'm using it loosely, and it's like you're I don't know who y'all expecting to raise these young boys. Who out here cares about them enough to discipline them? And this is where I love what the sheriff was saying. Like, listen, we're gonna hold you accountable. Like every step, this society is wanting to hold y'all accountable, and the Black women are not allowing it. Y'all sitting here caping and then asking the same government to protect you from the thing that you protecting. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like Black women, Black mothers have to really get an understanding of what is happening in this country and what they're doing as far as being mothers here. Like, it's ridiculous. It annoys me. Like, I can't feel sorry for them anymore. I'm done. Like, it's done. Like the whole society is done giving a fuck. Okay? They're done giving a fuck because they realize Black women as mothers, y'all don't give a fuck. What y'all give a fuck about is that everybody else is held accountable for your little demons. Everyone else has to bear the brunt of it except for you. Like, that's not fair. That's not right. And I'm tired of it.
Yeah, this is starting to be a very selfish cult at this point. Like the whole country is having to suffer because we gotta protect these little bastards, and I'm tired of it. And the women want to tell they want to call the shots for what laws we should live, under to protect these kids, but then they can't control their kids. You don't get to scream. You don't get to scream at me over laws and legislation. Be it about police laws or anything, if you can't control what these fuckers do. Start at home.
That's the problem. That's the whole problem. You had said in this live that if you protect them, they should be able to protect their parents, and that's never going to happen. That's never gonna happen.
But
Like,
that's to set the tone for what is right and what's fair, and somebody's got to say it. And that's to set the justice in the hearts of the mothers. If you're not gonna do right by me, little nigga, let the cops eat your ass alive. That's what I mean. It's just got to come down to that. I'm trying to take away the empathy out of the mothers. Fuck that bullshit, okay? Don't have those kind of feelings
right.
for your child. You don't fuck your child. If
I
your child is
agree
capable of turning on you
100%.
if these children are capable of turning on you to this extent, then we need to have a different kind of mothering, a different kind of energy about these kids.
And
if
yeah,
and,
exactly.
and it starts with somebody saying it, because just like they sat up there talking about Black Lives Matter for the past damn, I don't goddamn know, however long it's been too long. And these little
Too much
bastards,
coddling.
yeah, the
Too
coddling,
much coddling.
exactly. Somebody just gotta say it. So it may not happen, but it can.
It's too much.
Yeah.
They be having too much optimism. Listen, y'all, Black brothers be having the most optimism. Like, I'm gonna have this child in this, degraded state, and then everybody's expected to help me. Like, no.
But you know what?
That's not gonna happen.
But
that's not gonna happen.
All I'm saying is, everybody else raises their children with certain expectations. We don't want to come behind that and say that it can't happen. What we want to do is say it's gonna happen. It's that or nothing, nigga.
Right.
It's that, or we're gonna take you down to Big Mama's house, or to the fucking local Boys and Girls Club and drop your ass out. I'm all for it. Let's go. Like, let's go extreme and hard.
Exactly. It's knowing this about the male children and like not being on their ass. Like, you know this. Like,
if these women gonna pay for these kids to eat, sleep, and everything else, anything they want, whether it's when I come home, you're gonna have this done, that done. Like, I'm sorry, it's dictator time. That's why they love prison so much. That's why they fucking like prison so goddamn much. All these liberties.
Yeah,
no.
the mothers need more. The mothers need to have a stronger will, because this ain't cutting it. This ain't cutting it. Like, the compassion without the discipline is not worth a damn.
It's not working. Right.
It's not worth
the
it. It's not worth it.
parenting is not working.
Well, see, this is what's gotta happen. Because Black boys, they work in unison, they work through the ether with each other. Like, they work through telepathically. They work through just cultural influence with each other. So enough mothers would have to all be on the same page. And just like we have all of these women out here shouting to the top of their lungs about Black Lives Matter and everything, Black women are gonna have to start changing the song. I just believe it starts with a few. Once they see, oh, she don't play with her son. She don't fucking play. Like, if he don't do this, she might not be beating that ass, but I don't see him coming to all of the little barbecues and the parties and playing basketball and wearing $400 Timbs, or not Timbs, Nikes and all of that stuff. Like, I don't see, like, it's just got to be to where Black women stop copying each other and how they coddle these little bastards. Black mothers have to copy each other.
And I also think, like,
do in white neighborhoods. You know what juveniles do in white neighborhoods? Like, what is like a rite of passage? Because I kind of grew up like that. TPing someone's house. Like, you take toilet paper and you throw it in the yard, and it's vandalism. But these dudes, like, they're murdering. Like, they're doing serious.
Yeah,
shit.
it's out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're starting at that point at 16, yeah.
Go ahead.
At 16, at 5, at 6, like, there's no. I mean,
like,
what are we doing?
Real.
What are we doing?
Because that's what they're trying to say. Oh, they're just innocent. Like, no, they're not. They murder. Come on.
Well, like I said, I
Right.
just think that there's it's the cultural behavior of the mothers is I mean, I'm pretty sure it's exhausting raising kids. I can only imagine. And after, just as the mothers get tired, that's when all hell starts breaking loose. You ever notice that? After about 7, 8, or 9, the
Right.
little nigga start really coming into his own, and the mom's exhausted.
Well, that's why in our
Yeah.
community, I'm not a proponent of single motherhood. I am a strong advocate for Black women making families with good men, and particularly not Black men. I don't care if that hurts anybody's feelings, but
Well, and then just letting
because it
people.
takes both. Because one parent is gonna be tired. One parent cannot do it all. I'm sorry. If you are doing it as a single Black mother, I give you your kudos, but that's why it takes two. I'm just throwing that out there as well.
Yeah, and then having again these damn influencers.
Especially with sons, sorry.
Yeah, if
Especially
I
with sons.
personally believe that, like I said earlier, the mothers, the parents, they make huge sacrifices, but the major influence and credit and the kudos is gonna go to the little niggas in the street, niggas at their school, the after school programs, wherever y'all, the little niggas they play with online. It's gonna go to them. Like that's where all of the real influence come. That's where all of the big influence is coming from. And they can't be
Right.
trusted. We can just have to say it. You can't. This is for the girls too. You just stop trusting Black teenagers. Just don't trust them. It's too many influences that's bringing them down, and it's just fuck all of that. Just go back to the Little House on the Prairie lifestyle. I'm sorry, we gotta simplify this because they can't handle it. Like these little niggas out here wigging out, they're tweaking. Who's on the call? I think I had 2 callers, but I'm not sure.
It's live.
Hello?
Oh, hey, what's up, live? What's going on? Hi.
I just want to put, y'all know I love this topic because I'll be having my 2 cents to put in.
Sure. What say you,
Yeah,
sis?
I had to go. I was working in the middle of the live, so I think it cut off when you were saying about them not, well, a little further after that. But that bullshit about she didn't know, she knew. She knew. She knew who he was hanging with. She knew how they was moving, and she put her blinders on, and especially that 12-year-old. Mine is 13. I know everything he do. Everything he do. I check their phone. I got access codes on certain stuff. It's blocked. Stuff is monitored. I get notifications when he log into his school email, when he log into his YouTube email. All that. Everything comes to you. I pay for this phone. So how do I not know what you're doing? You don't pay for shit. So how do I not know what you're doing?
Right, that is true.
You walk through my front door. You leave out of my front door. Where are you going? Who are you going with? Who is? And if you lie to me, that is your ass. I always tell them, don't lie to me, because if something really happened and I need to help you get out of trouble because you actually didn't do it, and you lie to me about what's going on in the whole situation, then I can't help you. But we don't do that lie shit, because if something happens, I need to know everything so I can help you if that's the case. But all that, oh no, I didn't, that's some bullshit. I know everything he's doing. And I would be a fucking fool to be like, he's not capable. Shit, I know who I had a child with. I had a child with a fucking lowlife. So I know. And I give him examples. His brother was murdered during COVID by the same type of niggas that we discussing. And then his twin brother is in prison right now for being the same type of niggas we discussing. So I use those 2 close examples to him all the time. Those are not my kids. He had kids by other people. Those was before I met him. But I use those 2 close. Do you want to end up like your brothers? Because the moment you show me I'm talking about a glimpse of fuck shit, you're gone. I don't give a fuck. I always tell him, because this shit, anybody know anything about the outside of, anybody from Northern California, y'all know what I'm about to say. But if you're not from Northern California, Richmond and Oakland are not the type of men you deal with. I had one by a Richmond nigga, and I tell him every day, I will send you to the Richmond. I don't give a fuck. I will send you to, he can have you. He can fucking have you. You know why? Because my uterus is closed down for shop. I never wanted a lot of y'all anyway. I only wanted one, so I have one. I'm not having no more, and if I don't have to deal with you, I didn't make you by myself. I don't have to deal with you. I am a single parent, but I don't have to deal with you. I'll ship you to him, and then whatever happens with him, you probably go to jail from there. That's how you live. And I don't give a fuck. He know this. Like, he know deep down in his soul, I don't give a fuck. And I'm not playing with you. I don't have the patience. I'm not going to tolerate it. I don't have none of that. My patience is so low. So act funny if you want to. Start to act like you from the outside if you want to. And I will ship your ass wherever the fuck you land, because I'm not going to do it. I tell him all the time, being winter glow time, I'm not going to bail. You know what I can do with bail money? I can go get my hair done 100 times. I can go on vacation a couple times over. Bail money. I told him the other day, your father, funky ass, paid $7,000 for an attorney for that little twin motherfucker to be in jail for 5 years for a gun charge when he should have did 10.
That's right.
10.
That's it.
I said that's
your realness,
$7,000 you owe me in child support. So yeah. I don't want to hear that shit.
Damn
he
right.
knew what her 12-year-old was. He's 12, y'all.
The hell? Right. 12.
He's 12. 12.
Damn.
That nigga balls just dropped 2 days ago. He's 12. Don't tell me you
and
know
yeah,
what
if
the
he
fuck
wants
you
to go
know
hang out
you
with a 17-year-old and tarnish your image, do not, when they fuck up, you will not take up for them. I say that for my sons. That's my attitude. I've expressed it before. You are cut off. If you do some shit like this, if this comes out and you murder somebody, I tell them straight up, you're cut off. I want nothing to do with you. You are a disgrace to our family. You are a disgrace to everything. Everything we put into you, you are off. Bye. No bail money, no lawyer fee money, none of that shit. You're cut off.
And then he be having the nerve to ask me, like, well, why would you say that to me? I said, excuse me? I said, do you know where you come from? What you mean? Why would I say that to you? I said, this might hurt your feelings right now, but in the long run, if you play, I said, fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. I want you to, because I want you to test me. I want you to test me. I'm not no punk bitch out here. You know what I mean? Boy, please. I will spin the block and drop you off. I don't give a damn. I said, your father is the hardened criminal. Your father is the goon. If you want to live that life, you can go live with him right now. I said, but you see how he living. Dusty, crusty, and musty. You want to be a dusty, crusty, musty person out here? But I can drop you off. But if you want to be a normal, upstanding citizen, a decent human being, a functioning adult, then you stay over here. But the moment you want to go left, I will pack your shit up and ship you off. I don't give a damn.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Damn.
And all that, I don't know. I don't use a weak ass bitch if you don't know what a 12-year-old is doing. If you don't know what a 12-year-old is doing, girl,
praise the
please.
Lord.
Praise the Lord. Thank you. That needs a clap. If you don't know what the 12-year-old is doing, that you a weak ass bitch. That's
a weak dumbass bitch on top of that.
ain't no 12-year-old gonna run nothing over here.
Ain't no way.
I told that boy, I'll fold you like I fold these glasses every single night. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Ain't no 12-year-old running my house. He don't pay for nothing. He don't dictate nothing. You don't run nothing. Whose house is this? You a grown-ass woman. You've been on this earth longer than this boy been breathing air. And you gonna tell me you couldn't pinpoint his location? He don't share. That boy his location is shared with my phone. He can't even take that off. He don't even have that authority to not share his location. So that iPhone, I'm tracking you like they track a nigga on parole. I know where you at. I know who you with. I know who you talk to. I go to the text message thread. So you got me twisted. I pay for your lifestyle. You gonna do what the fuck I say. You gonna come when I come. You better act right in school. I don't give a damn what you talk. If you talk back, I'm gonna bust you in your lip. You don't have the authority. You don't have the financial withal. You can't say nothing to me, little boy. Nothing. And he
Damn
don't,
right.
because he know better. And I can only speak for mine. But he know. If I see other people's kids crying, I'm gonna check your kids too. It take a village. And I know goddamn well the way black women raise. Your kid ain't supposed to be up at school acting up. I will check your child. Because why is you acting like this in front of these grown folks? Why is you acting like she didn't have no common sense? And if that's how she raised you, let me talk to her. Because I'll be quick. Where your mom at? I'll speak to your mother.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to talk to nobody's mama. These are
That's
two
right.
kids.
I say that to these little niggas myself. You want me to talk to your mama? Give me the number. It's like somebody's scared. I teach her a damn thing or two. Yeah, this has got to stop. Like, black women think they can just divest and be done. Like, y'all gotta start stomping and kicking ass and talking and just letting these motherfuckers know. Excuse me, no, young man, no, that's not. I don't need that. No, thank you. No, don't. Like, fuck them. Everybody's scared. Fear is of the devil.
Yeah,
Didn't your grandma teach you that?
You know, Duchess, this is ECW. You know, when we watched the social justice warrior who was going off at the meeting, if you really look at that is just duplicated from previous other crazy social justice warrior black women. Like, that is just a standard template. But really what that is she's a coward, right? She's acting like she's big and bad. She's yelling at this meeting, talking about all of the marches that she ran. But it's just really cowardice, right? And those type of black women have really sold out, right? Because they have the MOG behind them. They have the fake Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Trantifa, all this stuff behind them. And they're getting like applauses in the community. But they're really cowards. The sister on this line who's saying, hey, talking to her son like that, these are the brave black mothers who really should be awarded and really should be running things. But the problem is just that we're not, and it's other people who get to do it. I mean, it's things like, you look at the other thing that is really incensing people is all this CRT or critical race theory. They have whole areas where they just stopped doing honors classes because black kids are not making the score. So literally they have droves of people who were living in districts that have really good high schools where you used to have to test in and all this other stuff. And in these liberal cities, they're getting rid of that because they feel like it's not fair for black kids. But this is what I'm saying, how to me it's a setup for black people, right? So they're putting more dumb young people out who cannot get jobs, who are not thinking, who had the ability when they were young to be the best, the brightest. But it's almost like it's a setup. And it's like people are trying to purposely kick out the most inferior black-minded people you can. When you see that they're literally just obliterating whole curriculums because they're saying black kids can't pass. Right. Black motherhood, a lot of randomity. Instead of planning what your child should be doing the next year, the 2 years, it's just randomity. Oh, I'm just going to have a baby, right? We're like the social work community. We all need an effing social worker to get along. And then you're mad to say, oh, you're inferior because that's the cowardice that we're dealing with. And that's why I like what the sister who just spoke up who said, because that's the real bravery that's not being rewarded. It's these loud black women at these meetings talking about all their marches. If you look at them, it's just like, you're not even unique, man. You're like, it's nothing special about you. Like, okay, I could yell the loudest at a meeting and wear a Black Lives Matter shirt or be surrounded by Black Lives Matter, and that makes me cool. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a big setup, and this is definitely the time to just get our allies and get out, because I think the backlash is not just about these murders. It's the way in which the quality of life is so undercut across these cities when you look at it, and it's embarrassing. People really, to be quite honest, and I'm glad you have this show because I'm gonna just say it. People got nigger fatigue. I got nigger fatigue. I am sick of niggas. Okay, I'm gonna roll out. I'm gonna listen to you, Matt. Love y'all.
Oh, praise the Lord. I love it. That's what's up. That was nigga fatigue. I love that, sis. That's John Blaze right there. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
I love y'all.
Love you too. Thank you, Black Women's Live. And damn. Yeah, that's I gotta bite that. I need that on a t-shirt, nigga fatigue. Cause I feel it every day of my life. I'm tired of it. That's La, you got us going. Went to RJ, Godmother's Vessel. I really appreciate everything y'all are saying about this, because
Yeah.
it's getting to a point
Nigga
where
fatigue.
these niggas about, I mean,
Yeah, thank you, ladies. Thank you.
yeah, for sure. Oh man, I think Black Women's Lib just said, women like law are not, uh, how did she say it? Rewarded or acknowledged or awarded for their bravery. I so co-sign on that. Like, we're talking about letting women come through and yell and scream in court, in the streets, who are basically advocating for, they're basically advocates of Black femicide. They're advocates of, you know, just everybody, the Holocaust of Americans, if you ask me, because they don't see how you're coddling the devil. Yeah. So we got women who if they can't keep the man, if they can't, if the man can't be there for whatever the fuck reason, we don't have the right to keep running off leaders and police officers. That should be Black Woman 101. Okay, that's self-protection, self-preservation 101. Like, that's just we just need to understand that. Like, if you don't have men who protect you, you don't get to shout and scream and talking about you making demands because our tax money pays for these public servants. That is still not gonna work. Like, that's gaslighting. That's bullshit. And you can't guilt the leaders into making laws to further, because we're not being fair. Like, Black women, we're not being fair. We're trying to have this one-sided debates, going, and we don't want to make any changes. We don't want any accountability. And no, if I could, I would say, hey, let's just shut down the damn moon. Y'all don't want the country to shut it down for you. And I did find out. I know that the ladies on the line, y'all are aware of this. Some of you, they're shutting down a lot of the baby receiving units. Am I right? Am I right about that? In
Yes.
rural parts of
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I think Black women are being,
And that's why it's even more important that Black women like really stop doing like society every service to raise our kids rather than us raising our own kids. If you can't raise, I get it. You can't raise your kids. Don't have them. Child, don't have them. That's it. Period. Like, sterilize yourself.
Oh, somebody's breaking up, and I can't even tell who it is because they're breaking up. Is that RJ? Or
I mean,
you're borging a little bit.
Sorry. I'm borging?
A little bit, yeah, you were.
No, I was saying that it's not fair that, Black women are expecting that every, Black liberation said, like a social work community. Like, this is not what this is. You have a child, you expect everybody else to discipline, raise, and do the work, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to do the work. And it's like the first thing that goes wrong is like, let me run to the government. Let me run to this school. Let me run to this. Let me run to that. What about your home? What's happening in your home?
Well, another way of saying that, sis, is you don't get to tell us how to help you with your child. You don't get to do that until we start seeing the results. That what the fuck Black women have been doing is working, then they don't get to tell everybody else how to help them raise these damn,
I agree,
nappy-headed
100.
Especially when
these Thunz, the little niggas that we talking about, they don't bother with them. They don't buy in the school system. They don't buy. They put you in the classroom with the rest of them dumb niggas, and y'all sit there for 6 classes or 8 hours, or whatever the case may be. I told y'all about the little baby penitentiary at his elementary school. They just pass you along to middle school.
I'm sorry.
I forget what he called it. He told me something. Whatever he told me. I said, what is that? He said, that's when you stupid and you don't know what you're doing. They give you, I forgot whatever he called it, but I said, that's extra help. He said, no, that's for the dumb kids, Mom. I said, oh, okay. He told me, I'll never be one of them. I said, you bet not. You bet not. You don't have nothing else to do with your life. You're 13. You better focus. Why would you be stupid? You don't have nothing else to. You don't hang out with a bunch of people. You know, we are a tight knit little family. So you got school is your responsibility. Do you mean I'm not done? But they don't deal with them. The reason why I'm able to have a group text message with his teachers is not because he misbehaved and he don't know nothing. It's because they collectively want him to win. So they go above and beyond to support him.
Yeah.
They don't do that to these type of niggas that we talking about. They don't even talk to y'all because here's the thing: in elementary school, they couldn't get in contact with you. You know why I know? Because I was a room parent, and they told me, "Oh, I don't know his mama. I don't know his mama. I don't know his mama. Shit, I don't know her neither. I ain't never seen her." But I know her son act a fucking fool every day of the week, 365 days, every day for 9 months. You just every day. So now we in middle school. This nigga, you the same nigga from the 3rd grade. You the same nigga from the 3rd grade in the little baby penitentiary program. They don't fool with these niggas. They pass y'all along because they get funding for your attendance, little dumbass. But they don't care about you because your mama don't get. You in the 8th grade. You ain't never seen your mama. You've been in this system since kindergarten. They don't even know what the bitch look like. Because they all talk. The middle school, the high school, they all talk. They all, especially in this county. So they all talk, and they told me that in kindergarten. We talk to each other, and not just in elementary, middle school too. So they already knew who was coming to middle school. They know the baby penitentiary was coming. They knew where to place y'all. They don't put the baby penitentiary near mine because mine is in an accelerated program. So he see them in the after school program because I don't know what Keisha doing, but you say you be at school. I'm at work. I don't know what Keisha doing, but I'm at work. And my shift varies. So sometimes you go to that school program and sometimes you don't. But that's the only time you see little baby penitentiary because you don't see them during regular business hours because you handling your business, you doing your accelerated programs because that's where you place that.
Right.
So they don't give a damn about these niggas. They put you in a room with the other little school shooter or the little robber or the little whatever, and until they wait for y'all to just pluck each other off. Whether you do it in the 8th grade, the 12th grade, or you do it when you grown. They don't give a damn about it. They don't even prop them niggas up. It's programs that the baby penitentiary will never have access to because that's where they have been placed because that's who they are. Mine, on the other hand, he gets supported by everybody, principal included. I have reports with everybody, and it's not because he got a problem. So trust and believe. They don't give a damn neither. But they will take money for your attendance, dumbass. The same way the penitentiary take that check for you sitting there for forever with your goofy asses. I'm done.
That's all right. That's all right.
Wow. Last commentary is on point.
I mean, I'm telling you. Oh my God, I will definitely be re-listening to Miss Law's part about the sun, and all of that, because it's at this point it's an art to it, it's a science to it, and Black mothers need to get the science down. You if you already got one, you got to do what you got to do, but maybe y'all need to take a page from Miss Law's book, okay? Because all of this reverse advocating is fucking us up. And we're going to be the ones who won't have any place to be that is safe in the next, 40, 50 years? Possibly for some women. I mean, so, no. We're not gonna let them do this. They're gonna have some people so pissed off at black women. We haven't seen anything yet. Because I think as we see sheriff starting to speak out, you know, we're gonna end up with some shit on our hands that it's not even gonna matter if y'all have children or not. I'm trying to tell black women that it's not gonna matter if
Right.
you have
And
kids or not.
I'm glad you said that.
The blood is gonna be on all of us. We're all gonna be fucked up. So people, y'all, if y'all are in situations with non-black people, as I so often am, and you're able to at least speak up, you have to be smart about this, of course. Like, you can't just say anything at your job, but like, if there are opportunities where you can start to let people know you're not co-signing on shit the same way that Mammy was just doing in that courtroom, like, let them know something. Holler at them, because we need to take control of this on a grassroots level now, and just start letting people know. No, I don't advocate for just people just randomly going against police brutality when they don't know the situation. I don't agree with black people holding court in the streets against police, and I'm against rioting and tearing down cities, and you fuck it. Let them know. Let them know something. You know what I mean? That way we can start to let people know. No, I'm not. I might be a black woman, but I'm not with all of those dumb mammies. So, and they won't know what that is, right? So, just got to be specific. Yeah. I'm just so, oof. Something's happening.
I agree. I actually had a moment to do that yesterday on Easter because I have a biracial family. And I was talking to another white relative of mine, and she lives in a gated community, but they've noticed more car break-ins lately. And she was like, some people like were afraid to say like the race. I was like, that's okay. Like, we got to stop this, because I was shocked. I was like, you're scared to say what race. Like, I could sense like she tensed up. Because I'm black, obviously. But I noticed that, and I was just like, I didn't like go hard. I was like, yeah, these niggers, like, but it's just like, no, I noticed the crime. It's just there. We can do that grassroots style, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to that.
Because, like, now it's the point, others are scared to speak up. Other people, white people, are scared to say something.
And you notice how when they do, they always say the most
unfortunate.
Well, when they do speak up, they say what we know is not true. They say things that just have to be, that come from the white guilt narrative, and we're like, no. I tell them all day long, don't feel guilty. I don't want to see any white guilt around here.
Right, exactly.
I'm on that grassroots level.
I like kind of like let her say, I repeated her. I said, so it was a black man. Like, that's the little stuff you can do to like just plant the seed. Like, they're so scared now, y'all. It's crazy.
Because the thing is that you can tell white people not to have white guilt, and it's safer to tell them to not have white guilt, and they will probably more likely not do you in than you would be advocating for a bunch of beasts in the streets of New York, Philly, Baltimore, D.C., Atlanta, you know what I mean? Okawakalaka, Florida, wherever the hell that is. Like, you're safer telling white people to not have white guilt, and see what that does to you than you are trying to be pro-black and advocate for a bunch of beasts that are ready to kill you. If you advocate for someone who's like you, you're in more danger doing that than you are telling white people don't have any white guilt. Because that's the whole thing, right? People who are con artists and lazy bums and do good for nothing assholes, they're gonna say, well, I need to work this guilt thing as long as I can. I need to pull this race card as many times as I can. No.
Yep, that's how they've been able to get this far.
Yeah, enough of that. Enough. Get off the powdered milk already. You know what I mean? Like, it's time out for that lame shit. If we're not gonna be anything now we were never meant to be anything. And I'm talking about not us as individuals. So I mean, enough of the excuse making already. Stop being cowardly to do for your damn self and try. You know, take a reading class or something. Whatever the problem is, go to therapies. Like, I don't know. Just stop trying to ride this guilt wave to kill black people further. You know, it's just sickening, especially black women. So, anybody want to say anything else?
No, this was a great live, and I'm glad the mothers came and talked, because it gives us a perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
It was right on time. Thank you, Mad.
Okay,
Thank
wonderful.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you, ladies.
Yes, thank you. All right, good job, ladies. I appreciate everything.
No problem. Thanks again.
All right, you bet. Thank you. Here's the thing, everybody on the chat. I've done many years of speaking about the femicide issue, but I see another problem where, we the femicide issue, and let's just say black men dating out. Okay, so black men dating out, and we know that that's not really our concern. People can date who they want, but I feel like this: if you're gonna keep killing black women, and you're gonna date out, and you're still going to make a royal mess, and you still have to be, at the end of the day, on all of the paperwork, is going to be considered a black male, then I figured, they had found a new way to make us have to be concerned about what they do. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's one thing if you say, okay, I don't care if he date Becky or whichever one of them chicks he wants. No one cares. No one gives a damn. I know I don't. But then when you go and kill innocent people, and you know that you're making black people as a whole look bad. You're making the mothers look bad, and the mothers are making themselves look bad. I would say nine times out of 10, they're making themselves look bad as well. But in an ideal world, we wouldn't care about this. Somebody might say, well, why do you care about it? And it's because of what I said. If we don't care if they date non-black women, because that's what they're doing. Like, they probably would have been dating these girls if they didn't kill them. 2 of them were girls and 1 of them was a boy. They would be dating them or having sex at some point. But it raises all kind of racial tension in various communities and nationally, which is still rising. The national concern is rising, that now you're not able to do what this country wanted to do originally, which is be a melting pot. You're like destroying a part of that concept. So I guess Martin Luther King would be rolling over in his grave right at this time, because you shouldn't have to have people go out who have already a very racial, so much racial tension and racial history, and everybody's willing to try to look past it. But then this summons all of the demons all over again. I'm telling you, that's what is. I mean, I'm trying to say what is the not so. It's like no one. We didn't say that, but I want to say that, right? Like, it's just not right to come this far and to then see these bastards out here doing what the fuck they want to do, killing everybody. I'm like, you're not even happy playing with the little white girls now? You bitch. I'm sorry. Anyway. I want for black mothers to wake up. Stop calling these bitch ass niggas. They are treasonous by nature. Do your part and get the fuck out of the picture. Because what's going to be is going to be. Black women, stop shouting and screaming that we have more black femicide without realizing it. Stop it. You can't guilt people into changing laws for your sons. That is the most selfish thing that's happening right now. We're all having to tap dance for your Thunz. And it's disgusting. They're entitled demons to me. Nothing is going to make them happy. That's how I see it. There's more that I want to say, but some things are not for me to say on this platform. The story is about peace, like I said. How did you say it, black women live? Nigga fatigue? I think, make sure y'all understand what this means. That it took this story, it might take stories where black males kill, unfortunately, white girls or white women for the right leaders in government and law and all of that to help us out, to wake us up. That's what this means to me. If it takes that, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like at any point, I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to kill black women, white women or white girls. But I think if it's a few stories that ends up making white men wake up and say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna call this bullshit out. These juveniles need to be held accountable, just like Mr. Billy said. So I'm just preparing all of you black women to be prepared for that. That's just might be, you know, because I'm just that sick of these little niggas. I'm sick of them. So I don't mind standing for all innocent victims. It's you know, I'm for the victims and I'm against the villains. I'm hoping I'm setting a tone here, because some black women might say, well, we need to advocate for just us. I don't even know if some black women are understanding why it might be wise to pay attention to what's happening to other people outside of us. Come on, man. This is, see, I just framed it. It took me a minute, but I just framed this in a way that will help us move the needle. Okay? Because there's a certain conversation that we do need to have about what's happening to us as black women, but I don't think we're going to be able to completely hold it to just us eventually. Because these little niggas are not going to let you do that. Understand that and be prepared for that. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, so hey. It is what it is. Because I always say, you know, once they see what these little bitch-made punks are made of, they're going to get tired. They're going to say, hey, you know what? It's time. They're going to say, Billy, it's time. And everybody's going to have to deal with them. So with that being said, would you hit the likes and get the likes up and everything? If you didn't subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You know, I come on YouTube when I really feel like I need to and when I have something that I'm excited about having a conversation with y'all about. So just hit the damn like button and let's see what happens. Okay. Now, if you like to join the Patreon, you can do that as well. I just did a conversation about some astrology stuff a week ago, and I talk about a lot of different things, and it always supports Black women in some way. So if you want to be supportive of that, you just take your happy little ass on over there and join. Anyway, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I want to thank the callers, and I want to thank my moderators, thank my patrons and my loyal subscribers and my new subscribers. I want to welcome you. I want to be fair. I want to welcome all my new supporters and my new friends to the channel. Okay, you're welcome here. I've been here on YouTube for, this is my 10th year. When you've been here this long, you could, you know, you learn how to talk when you really feel you want to, because it's just so much. I care about a lot of different things, and so I try to talk about things when I need to and want to the most, because I've done a lot of conversations already. So, but anyway, I'll look forward to seeing y'all again. All right, you know where to find me. Until the next live, ladies, gentlemen, take care. Black women forever, and I'm out.
DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh. Fuck niggas is gone. Don't need them anyway. Oh my God, hey.